The Opamp Labs console is pretty rare. They're almost impossible to find. It came from a company in California. The owner of the company, Bella Losmandi, he won an Academy Award for technical development. This console is kind of a survivor. It came from a time at the end of a run. What truly makes this console unique is that it is the last of the Opamp Labs consoles made by Opamp Labs. And it's got walnut sides. It was designed for broadcast, but it's been adapted for a recording studio setting. They've got a very particular sound. It's kind of a rich, harmonically saturated, colored sound of the 70s. I found this console in a prop house in Los Angeles. It was one of the last consoles that Opamp Labs built, but it was only for props, so it didn't have any of the internal electronics. It never came off the shelves. It was exactly as he picked it up in the 70s. Every knob, every VU meter, no scratches on the faceplate. It was all physically there and looked beautiful. The goal was to build it out from scratch. This is the second Opamp Labs console ever stored. The first one was a smaller one that lived at the Shack recording studio in Hialeah for, I want to say like 2 years.
My name is Fernie Coppell, and I've been using Browner gear probably for the better part of a decade. When Omar first mentioned that he wanted to start fixing and repairing gear, the one thing that has been rock solid with him is that he has a love of analog gear. He loves that. His love, it's in the imperfection that analog gear can give you. And that's the one thing that his skills, his abilities, his talents in repairing equipment has grown. But the root of it, it's exactly the same. It's keep analog as possible.
When you record in an analog environment with a console like this, the experience feels unique, feels special. The recording sounds special. As an artist, accessibility to these tools is critical because sometimes the tool itself influences the result. Your choice of brush, your choice of camera, your choice of console. And what comes out of it is a marriage between the equipment, the material, and the artist making the thing.
A painter used to have to come in to the canvas and say, I want this like this. Now it's undo. No, I'll change the color. And that's wonderful that you have that flexibility. But I think there's something to be said about coming in with the mindset of analog recording and then recording to digital. Because it's going to put you in a place that allows you to accept what the universe of performance gives you rather than what the minutia of perfection allows you.
I think it's important to preserve this kind of equipment because we as a company and a community, equipment moves through our hands, and I'll work on something for the love of repairing it, and then I pass it on and friends will use it. Other studios will use it, and then it moves on and it becomes part of another scene.
Certain gear is for certain things. That Opamp Labs experience was spectacular.
The console is named Irene because it was challenging to restore it. Bella Losmandi has passed away, and his wife, his widow, Irene, I contacted her. She was retired basically, but she would go into the warehouse for me and she would tell me what was on the shelves. She would say, do you need this, do you need that? And I'd say, okay, I need 10 of those and 5 of those, and could you have a schematic for this? And if Irene had not had those parts available and I was able to kind of pick through what was left, it would have been impossible because those modules and the parts inside there were manufactured for them by a manufacturing company specifically for them. Irene and I collected the very last of the parts that they had left in their warehouse. There are no more new parts left. This is the very last Opamp Labs console. Irene, if you see this video, I hope that you know that the work that you and Bella did was so important, and that it's valued, and that it's being currently used and appreciated by music communities, by artists, by musicians, by recording studios. Thank you for the work that you did. I hope you know that it was so important.